Well, let me just start off by saying this really sucks. I'm being gassed out in the hotel room here over at the Holly in Olympia, Washington. Right now, I'm in the bathroom, and you can see it's a really small bathroom. uh, my body hurts really bad from laying on this hard ground. And I smell the gases on everybody in town. I think they've probably hired like everybody in Washington State to help murder me. And so here I sit. Got my Red Bull. Got my insecticide here to try to combat the scabies that they gave me. um, I'm not sure what they're doing because they had the gas turned way, way up for a lot of hours yesterday, and they turned it down for a little while. They'll probably turn it back up again soon. I think they're trying to grow a huge parasitic monster inside me. I think that's what they're trying to do. I don't know. But I ain't gonna be I don't think I'm gonna make it. I rented this hotel room for 2 weeks, but I think I'm probably gonna die before the 2 weeks. I thought I was gonna die last night. Either way, I don't care. I mean, I do care, but I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting that people really think that I'm a murderer or a serial killer. I keep forgetting that. So, yeah, the water. I turned on the water in the bathtub over here, and the water is so poisoned that you can actually smell the parasites coming from the water. So I won't be taking a shower here. That's for sure. And of course, I got the parasites in the microwave and in the fridge. And if you're watching this right now, I could really use all the prayers I can get. I can't. I need all the prayers I can get because I can't do this on my own. And yes, Jesus is helping me. And another thing, if I am being murdered for being a Christian, then you can just sign me up over and over again, and I'll die 1,000 times. So, if that's what I'm being murdered for, then you can just kill me over and over. And I'm happy to do so. But, yeah, this really sucks. It really sucks bad. Well, when I feel my heart skipping around and jumping around, I'm just waiting for it to fail, I guess. Like I mean, really don't know. Oh yeah, the nausea. The nausea happens when my heart's not, when it's like skipping and jumping around. It doesn't feel good at all to die like this. And uh well, at least I got to call Roy Russell the N word before I died. uh, anyways, yeah, my hotel room. I can't use all the hotel room because they stuck something into the wall, and the parasites are coming out from around the headboard. If I had some sealant, I'd seal that shit up, but I don't. And if I open up the front door, they're gassing out the outside. If I open up the window in here, they got parasites coming from outside here, coming in. Sometimes the gases outside is worse than inside, and sometimes the gases inside are worse than outside. It just depends. I try to open it up, then it just gets worse, so I shut the window. So I guess I just have to endure this for as long as I can. You know, if I go to the hospital, they'll just help kill me there, I guess, because there's no health care for me. There's no end of life care. There's no hospice. Even though these things are eating my stomach, and yeah, that's another thing. Like, if you don't constantly put some kind of food into your stomach, they will eat you, and they have been eating my stomach, and yeah, it does hurt. They get off on it, and if I go to the hospital, they're like, "No, we just need to feel it," and they push down hard on it and try to cause pain, and the only thing they're doing is adding more parasites to me. And if they give me they love to give me an IV, because then the parasites just go right in to your veins, and they give me a thing of fluid IV. That whole bag of fluid is all highly concentrated with parasites. And if they don't give me a bag of fluid, they'll try to keep an IV in my arm, and then they'll turn up the gases in the room, and the gases come down, and they find an opening. They find that wide opening in the catheter, and they just go right in. So you don't really need to have a bag of water parasites going in you. They just go in through the air and just go into your vein like that. I should have become a hermit. That's what I should have. I should have become a hermit. Or a gangster. Anything but this. I should have just went away from society and just went up into the woods. That's what I should have done. Hermits are smart. See, nobody tells them, but they know. They know how dangerous this world is. I should have become a damn hermit. Anyways. I don't know. I can't see with these things on either. They're all dirty or something. Anyways, here I sit, waiting to die. You know I'm going to be rich and famous, don't you? I mean, not here, not on earth, but like when I die and go to heaven. Because I'm famous in God's eyes. And I'm rich. I'm filthy rich because I have a close relationship with God. And He's helped me all this time. And He's helping me now. I mean, I know that they're making a documentary about me, but I don't really care about that. It's probably going to be dumb anyway. But yeah, they followed me around Denver with cameras and shit. Anyways, what do I say? Do I have anything to say? Any last words? Yeah, don't do drugs. Whatever you do, drugs are bad for you. Drugs will kill you. And alcohol is a drug. But I do have to say that I don't think there's a lot wrong with marijuana. Can you say marijuana? Pot. There's, it helps with a lot of things. It can cure cancer and shit. The CBD's in it. I know it's helped me a lot. But the FBI has poisoned all the marijuana products for me, so I can't get none. Boy, I look like shit. Yeah, they keep on messing with my internet, so I got a Bible to read. So when I can't listen to Psalms on YouTube or watch any movies, I got a Bible to read. And I got a flashlight. And I got a toilet in case I need that. So I guess I'm trapped in the right room, right? But part of me is wondering, you say that well, I mean, you asked me questions. Do I like little kids? No, I don't like little kids. Do I like killing people? No, I don't like killing people. I've never killed somebody. Those were the questions that I was asked. But I know that my grandma and grandpa on my mom's side were killed with these things. You can't tell me that they were serial killers and pedophiles too, because they weren't. It seems to me like the FBI is going around murdering people that they think are sociopaths or that they think are evil. And I didn't know that that was an FBI job. I didn't know that was a thing. But it's like the FBI goes around picking and choosing who they decide, needs to die, or who they decide should live. Like, why was my grandma and grandpa murdered like this? That's what I really want to know. But I know my grandma was murdered like this because there's a certain smell that these things have, and the smell coming off of her, and also the her body shape. How she lost a lot of weight right before she died, and they said it was a rare form of cancer, which wasn't. They were eating her lungs finally, and it went from one side to the other side. And they said that they went in to check, do a biopsy, but all they did was add more parasites to her. But like in that tickle way back when Michelle was little and I was living with her at my grandma's house, she said something about there was a tickle, and she was always wheezing and coughing. Like, there's a tickle. I felt that same tickle in my lungs. I know without a doubt, 100%, I'm sure that she died from these things. Was my cousin Jerry in on it? I don't know, but Jody Benson was in on it because she was the one when she was in the before she went to the hospital to hospice. She was the nurse giving her medications and shit. I know she was in on it, and if she wasn't in on it, she was in on it unknowingly, murdering her husband's mother. I mean, come on. And my grandmother, I know that she was in on poisoning me to death too, because hindsight. Hindsight's always 2020. When I look back, I see it. I understand. I know. And my grandpa, when he died, he reached out his hand for me, his right hand, from when he was sitting on the couch, and he's like, he couldn't even because the blood, he was choking on his own blood, he couldn't make sound. And then when he passed out, he vomited up. It was like 3 cans of SpaghettiOs, but it wasn't tomato sauce. It was blood, and it wasn't the O's. It was like little grains of rice, and that was the parasites all coming up and pouring down his chest like that. And I know that he died from these things, and I know that they do this thing where, oh, now you got this, you need this medication, now you got that, now you need this medication. And by the time he was done, before he died, he had a whole table filled with medications, like 20 medications. They were doing the same thing with me when I got up to, shit, I don't know, what was I, like maybe 350 pounds or more? And they were doing the same thing with me. You need this, now you need that, now you need this. And I had like 20 different medications. And then I said, screw this. I don't need all this medication. And I stopped taking all of it. And you could lose weight if you don't go to eat fast food and all that. And I didn't need all those different medications. And right now, I still don't need all that crap. But they want to, and Dan Hazelton, he had a prescription for Percocet last time I seen him, and he had this huge beer belly. It went all the way up to his chest. It was so big. And he was a small man. He wasn't big like that, and that was the parasites. The same thing with my grandpa. Big, huge stomach like that. That's not normal. That's not normal. If you're a man or a woman and you got a huge stomach like that, there's something wrong. You probably have parasites. For all the doomsday preppers and war preppers, there probably will be a war right here on U.S. soil. If you wanna like put squirrel food away and all that stuff, I'd like to make a suggestion. Like, you should stock up and fendabendazole. You can, you know what worked for me really good was the fendabendazole for dogs. And you get like the large dog one, and you just do it for pound, so a certain amount of fendabendazole for a certain amount of weight for dogs. You do the same thing, just like just put your weight in there. And just stock up on it. I would definitely stock up on it because, like, if there's like a war that breaks out on U.S. soil, like say there's like say like there's like nuclear weapons or like bombs and shit going off, and like these, just think about it, like all these gases that are like buried around in the ground and stuff, they're all going to go out into the atmosphere. And like say like if there's like war and shit, the places where everything's going to be shut down, everything. You're not going to be able to get those anti-parasitic pills anymore because the pharmacies will be destroyed. The factories where you make those pills will be destroyed. You won't be able to even drive around to get anywhere to get those parasitic pills. And like, if you're trying to survive, and plus it's a good idea to have that shit anyway, because it's anti-parasitic medication and it works really good. Like in Denver, I had a huge parasitic monster inside of me, and we're talking shit, maybe 9 or 10 pounder. I mean, it was big and very, very strong. And I took this fenbendazole for dogs, and on about the third day, and you can't see it, but I have like these permanent holes up in my nasal cavity, like about right about here. You can see them when you look up my nose. They're right about here, and I think it's so they can drain their waste, like drains out. So it drains out as like it comes out like, oh, you got a runny nose, you got a cold, but that's not what it is. It's their waste coming out. But like when I took that medication on the third day, like my head started to clear, and all of a sudden like I felt this pressure, and like it started pouring out of my nose, and I felt them come out. Like, I don't know if they were up in my brain or what, but like it was a huge amount that just came out through my nose, and it just fell out onto the ground. You can't even see it. I don't know. It's so weird. You can't see it, but you can feel them coming out. And for the first time in like my whole life, I could think clearly. It was so weird. And then of course, I didn't have the medication anymore, and they kept on poisoning me. Now they're back. It's all up in my brain right now. But anyways, fenbendazole, stock up in that shit. And it's really important to use that stuff on your pets. I do it at least once a month. Even little ferrets. If I would have done that to my ferrets, they might have lived a little bit longer. But this really sucks. And I think this is where I'm gonna freaking die. I might just die right in this bathroom. But I don't think I'm gonna make it for 2 weeks. Oh well. Stock up on fenbendazole. And use it. Use it on yourself, use it on your pets. Of course, if you work for the FBI, you don't have to worry about that, because they got all that shit. Anyways. Oh yeah. Read the Bible. It's never too late. It's never too late to read the Bible. Even when you're being murdered, there's still time. And if you have trouble reading like I do, you can do it. You can watch videos. You can do audio. Right here on YouTube. You can find whatever you want. and just listen to it. Close your eyes and listen to it. And you know what's you know want to hear something really crazy? When I was in that the last adult care facility. Actually, it's a adult kill facility. Um, with all those foreigners over there killing me, like they were gassing me out, and they kept on getting higher and higher in the air. And I was in my room, and I had a tarp. I was trying to keep the gases from coming in, and she came in and she looked at the tarp. She felt it. She's like, hmm. So she went and turned the gases way up. But I was listening to Psalms, and I started falling asleep. And right when I started falling asleep, there's a part in Psalms where it says "Wake up," and when I heard it say "Wake up," I woke up like this, and like it was the exact right time. And I know that may sound like stupid or like nothing to somebody else, but they don't call it a living Bible for nothing. Like it was telling me to wake up because they were gonna gas me out really bad and turn it up higher and higher until my heart exploded or something. You know, I've been thinking about this, and you know, it is possible that maybe people shouldn't be killed like this. Like I think this is a horrible way to die. A horrible. It's not only a horrible way to die, but there's like nobody. There ain't nobody that I can talk to. Not a fucking person. I can't. There's nobody that I can talk to. It's like all my friends are fucking dead. Everybody that I know is fucking gone. You know? It's totally impossible. Totally. Like, I'm just totally isolated from the world. They just want me to die. They want me to kill myself. And I'm not going to. I'll leave that up to you. You're killing me just fine.